Welcome to the East Orlando Chamber of Commerce Testimonial Tuesday. My name is Rick Morris, one of your ambassadors of the Chamber, and I am blessed to have Juan Morales, our owner and CEO of GCM Roofing and Restoration. Welcome, Juan.
Thank you for having us, Rick.
Welcome to be here. It's great to have us here with our Great Lunch Adventure, which after our little interview here, you had a chance to have some light bites here at Hudson's Furniture, which is where we're at right now at 11221 East Colonial Drive. Come on by, check out the furniture, have a light bite, and join us. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about right now JCM Roofing and Restoration. Juan, let's go back. Let's go back to the beginning for you. When did you even come to the idea that this is what you want to do for a living?
So I came up with not the idea, but the want probably like a year before I graduated UCF. I went over to UCF.
Go Knights!
Go Knights! Charge on! And then, but I actually started at Seminole State.
Okay.
I did Seminole State for 2.5 years. Did the transfer to UCF, and I think that's one of my best years ever.
Right.
Honestly, I went to all football games, basketball games, baseball games, everything.
That's the beauty of college, right there.
Met great people along the way that we're still friends off, after college. But no, so I actually started in roofing back when I was at Seminole State.
Okay.
Mutual friend. I was honestly tired of where I was working. I'm like, hey, what do you do? And he's like, I work in construction. I'm like, hey, my dad works in construction. I can definitely work in construction. Never told me in what. Next day I show up, we're on top of a roof, and I've never been on top of a roof before.
Okay.
I just said, hey, leave me on the ground. I'll pick up whatever shingles, whatever debris, but I'm not getting on the roof. And then fast forward 5 years into that, I was at the end of my bachelor. I did it in business administration at UCF, and the majors in integrated business, so go IB. And that's when I transitioned from doing the actual manual labor to learning the office side. I became a salesperson, then a sales manager at a good roofing company that I'm still friends with today. And when I received my license, I went ahead, did the leap, never looked back, and keep been pushing through. So it's been a great 4.5 years.
Wow.
So
you said your father was in the construction business. I believe you're from Puerto Rico.
Correct.
Was that where he was doing his construction work?
Yes. He's a plumber over in Puerto Rico.
Okay.
So if you have a house in Puerto Rico, let me know. I got a good plumber for you.
Well, we all need a good plumber because that's the one time when something breaks, you really need to have somebody.
Correct. But he showed me plumbing when I went on vacation through college.
Right.
Learned it a little bit, not my forte. Like I just grabbed into roofing, and I just liked, removing an old roof, putting on a new one, saying, hey, I did that. I drive by and I'm like, hey, I did that roof right there. And whenever I have kids, I'll tell them, hey, Dad did that roof over there.
Look at the lines. Look how pretty that is. Oh, beautiful work. All that stuff. So I know that you said that when you first went out there on the construction site, and you didn't want to be on the roof. Have you done many, or did you always? I mean, you were up there hammering away and doing all that stuff?
Hammering away, throwing debris away. I basically learned it from my way down all the way to the top part, and I learned to throw away the trash, clean up everything, and then I went into how to put a watertight roof and underlayment on, and then up to the shingles, and I just kept going that way. When I tried to master that, that's when I started learning other types of roofing. So I went into tile roofing, metal, commercial, and then when I grasped a lot of that knowledge, that's when I went into the selling side of it. So when I transitioned into selling roofs, it was just, I knew it like that just because I came from that part. It was just a matter of delivering to the homeowner or to the property owner, hey, this is what it's going to happen, this is the process, this is what to expect, and this is the final result. So
we're going to get back to that, but we do want to say thanks to our sponsors. First off, to our wonderful Alex at Allegiant. Welcome to Worry-Free Property Management. If you're looking for a property management that's both professional and personal, look no further than Allegiant Management Group, your trusted partner in Kissimmee and throughout Central Florida. Over 75 years of combined experience, Allegiant takes the stress out of owning rental properties, from marketing to tenant screening to rent collection, maintenance. They handle it all so you don't have to. That's Allegiant Management Group. Alex, one of our ambassadors, awesome guy. All right, I got to go back to a quick question though. Again, we're Juan Morales from JCM Roofing and Restoration. Any close calls on the roof? Because when I see these guys do this, I'm fascinating. They're just like, la, 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 like they're walking. It scares the living crap out of me.
Definitely, I've had one or two close calls up on the roof, and that's when you have to sit back, think, and it's like, hey, this is actually a dangerous job. You don't want to be playing around up on a roof, and that's why all of our guys, they have harnesses on, just because I've been there, and my number one thing is their safety. Right. That's one of the big things that I'm key on both commercial, residential. I train my supervisors; they're all like OSHA certified. So if they see something wrong on the job site, they go in and let the roofing crew know.
Okay. So when I watch roofing, obviously it's process. You get out there, they're just scraping the shingles off, or the tile roofs. That's insane watching that whole process. When that process is done, I think a lot of people don't understand the underlayment is one of the most important factors of the roofing process, period.
Crucial.
Because the shingles are meant to last longer. Mm-hmm. It's the underlayment. So explain more about that and why that's the main cause of a lot of problems with homes.
Well, one thing, if you don't put the underlayment correct, it's gonna leak in first day, right? You have to know, first off, you have to know how to install it per manufacturer specifications.
Right.
So if you're new to roofing, you have to read the specs, what's the overlap, and install it, right? But the first day when we go in and tear off a roof, of course, the first thing we want to do is check the weather, see where we're going to tear off, or if we can tear off, right? Especially with the summer storms.
Yeah.
But for example, like the peel and stick or the high temp underlayment used for metal and tile roofs, you take it off the wrapper, put it on the roof, it'll adhere to the deck. And actually, when you put these screws on, it'll grab onto a roof so the water doesn't get in.
Okay.
So it's very interesting, the technology that they're coming out nowadays with trying to make the underlayment watertight, especially on tile roofs. Tiles are supposed to last you anywhere from 30 to 50 years.
Right.
It's Florida. There's a lot of storms over here, but the first thing that fails is not the tile.
It's the underlayment.
It's the underlayment. Right. So that's one of the key things to a roof. To a great roof component.
So if you have a roof that you've got to get done, and you know that a storm's coming, because basically every day, though we've had a weird weather pattern on all that. But is it okay? Because I've seen times where, like a tile roof, it takes time because you got to do the underlayment, but then you got to do those strips, right, in order to do that. Is it, if a storm comes, are you concerned that that roof is now ruined, or do you find out immediately? Well, we got leaks. We got problems with the underlayment.
100%. You'll find out in a heartbeat. If you're installing the underlayment and the homeowner, property owner calls you and there's a leak, there's something wrong with the underlayment.
Right.
Maybe we missed something on the roof.
Right.
And how are we there to fix it? Right. So one of the key things that we do is we have our production team in the office see the weather every time, every hour of the day, to see where the roofing crew's at. If we have early morning weather, we don't tear off that day. It's the liability is too high.
Right.
Plus, we don't want anybody to go through the headaches of having a leaky roof.
Yeah.
But we'll check out the next day. Now, let's say, for example, if it's raining in the afternoon, then we can go in the morning, see what slopes of the roof we can actually tear off, watertight those, and then the next day, if it rains, the next day we come in, do the rest, and then we shingle. So.
Okay. All right. We're also blessed the fact that we're able to do this. We like to thank our JJ Camacho from Camacho Photo Cinema. If you're looking for more than just photos, Camacho Photo Cinema captures moments that move, from heartfelt weddings to corporate storytelling, their team creates visual narratives that last a lifetime. Discover the art of storytelling through the lens only at Camacho Photo Cinema. Thank you, JJ, for taking care of us today. So going back to the roofs, okay, so we're at the roofs, we're at the process, you got the underlayment down. Now, you got shingles, you got tile. The metal roofing is a new big thing out there. I believe a lot of HOAs are allowing that now.
Yes.
So talk to me a little bit about the metal roof. Why would you want to go metal roof? Just curiosity.
So,
I know, but I want everybody else to know.
No, well, metal roofs is actually one of the best roofs out there.
Right.
It'll definitely withstand higher wind rating than shingles and sometimes even tile. Even though the tile is heavy, they're all individually placed. Metal is especially really good for like East West Coast, but I always urge every single person, if you're within 1,500 feet of salt water, try and go with aluminum.
Right.
The salt will rust the metal. It happens every time.
Wow.
So if you're not within that range, we can definitely talk metal options. Now, if you do go metal, be sure to water that roof twice a year. That way that rust doesn't.
Okay, really?
That way the roof doesn't rust.
Really?
But how many times do you go up on a roof?
Well, well, personally, I don't want to ever be on a roof, but I get it. So.
Exactly. So we try and let the homeowner know of that, and
Right.
they're the ones that decide at the end of the day. But it does withstand a lot of wind, anywhere from 130, 150 miles per hour. And it also looks really great aesthetically.
No, they're stunning, and I've seen them. I've seen more on the beach sites, but so you're saying that those are more aluminum, if they're utilizing aluminum?
A lot of
But
them,
is it aluminum that, like, let's say hail comes, aluminum, you can see the dings on aluminum.
Yes.
And all that. Well, does that resist that, or are you going to see a bunch of dings?
No, it depends on the hail.
Okay.
Right. We did have a big hailstorm that happened up in New Smyrna about 3.5 years ago. It was almost 2.5, 3 inches, and that ruined any single roof out there.
Right.
You would put on a roof today, hailstorm tomorrow, the roof will be in bad condition. So we did replace a lot, but it just depends on how big the hail is.
So, well, since we're talking hail, I'm just curious. So let's just say a piece like this, comes down and hits the roof, and the damage it does, is it, I've never quite understood how, because I had an insurance guy go up there, oh yeah, man, you got hail damage right there, and I'm looking at it and go, yeah, sure.
I guess.
Yeah. So what is it doing? Is it taking the granulars off the shingle? Is that what it is? Is that what that is? It's just
so on a shingle roof, yes, it does take the granules off, but it also implements it into the matting. Now, what gets damaged is the matting of the shingles.
So the matting.
If the matting gets damaged by the hail, within time you're going to have water intrusion on the roof.
Oh, okay. So that's where the problem is.
Exactly. Now, let's say if you have 50 hail hits on one slope, that may be 50 different areas that the water may be intruding later on.
Okay.
So it just depends how deep it'll go into the matting, and what the prone of the damage is. So sometimes it is repairable, depending if it's a light hailstorm. But if it's a big hailstorm, I would say anywhere 1.5 inches, 2 inches and over, it can get pretty ugly really quick.
So what's the worst have you seen? Have you seen like a house that just,
So yes, we've seen bad houses and bad roofs on hailstorm. They've had roofs, gutters, soffit, fascia, their cars, mailboxes, trees fall on. And there can be some pretty intense hailstorms out, especially on the coast side. But the really bad ones I've seen is hurricanes.
right.
So on hurricanes, everything is just, you can prepare as much as you want for a hurricane, but the damage from it is just,
Yeah.
you just cannot explain it, right? And trying to help those homeowners out when they're in that time of need is really where our team really steps up. Just because I always try and urge my team, put yourself on the homeowner's shoes. Right, they're going through that. You're not going through that. Let's see how we can help that homeowner out.
Right.
Let's get them back. Let's get them a new roof. Let's do a repair, replacement, whatever is needed to get them back to pre-loss conditions.
Okay.
So,
We'll get to hurricanes because obviously it's coming.
Yes.
It's coming fast. Again, we want to thank our sponsors. The when property management that pays off, think property management is an expense. Think again. Allegiant Management Group increases your profits by securing quality tenants and reducing vacancies and preventing costly repairs with routine maintenance. Their eviction rate is industry leading, -1%, and they've helped lease over 1,000 properties. When you want reliable income and peace of mind, Allegiant delivers. Allegiant Management Group is who you need to talk to. We are here at Great Lunch Adventure at Hudson Furniture at 11221 or 11221 East Colonial Drive, whichever way you want to go with that. Come on by and join us here shortly after our interview. Light Bites are here. We got drinks. We'll have a chance to everybody meet. We're at the East Orlando Chambers Testimonial Tuesdays. I am with Juan Morales, the owner and CEO of JCM Roofing and Restoration. So I know we can go on a lot about things, but obviously the big thing is coming up is hurricane season. I mean, I think I saw the forecast this morning. There's like 3 already brewing. There's like 40% potential, 70%, and you know they some take forever. We just got through a wicked storm last night that was like
tornado in St. Cloud.
I mean, that was nuts, man. I mean, lightning everywhere. So as far as thunderstorms, do you get, I mean, lightning, we're the lightning capital of the world. Do you get a lot, I mean, is there a lot of roofs that get hit? I mean, do you have a lot of that? Or is hurricanes probably your biggest issue at the?
I would say it's more hurricanes. Lightnings is just a one-off because when lightning does occur and hits a house, there's a pretty likelihood that it'll damage the shingles, but there may be a fire.
Right.
On.
Okay.
We have seen that a lot. We don't like it, but that's what lightning does. And we've also seen homeowners with the lightning rods up on the roofs. So that way, if it strikes it, it'll go down into the ground. So that's one way of preventing.
Do those work? Do you recommend having lightning rods? I'm just curious that
I've seen them on a lot of properties, and I'll tell you this: the ones that I've seen the house is still okay.
Okay.
So
all right, well then there's the testimony on that. All right. So hurricane season coming up. Can you even prepare a roof, for a hurricane? Yeah. I mean, is there anything you can do? I mean, I don't know if you can, but
you can prep so much, but with a hurricane, it's just unpredictable because let's say your roof can be in a perfect condition, the wind didn't hit it that much, but maybe you may see a carport flying, and it'll hit your roof.
Right.
We've seen that a lot through hurricanes. Pool screens can get pulled off and hit another house. So it's just very unpredictable. But what I do recommend is just trim your trees, right?
Okay,
especially if it's an older tree, definitely trim the branches up. And if you don't want the tree, to technically take it out before hurricane season, because we don't want that tree falling wherever we don't want it to fall.
Exactly.
To put it that way.
Okay.
But yes, definitely trim the branches, and it should be good to go. And just sit tight, let the hurricane pass. Don't go out if you think it's done. Don't go out. Give it a couple hours, and then when you think everything is good, or if the news says, hey, it's safe
to come out, then go on out.
Then you go out. Yes.
So let's say hurricane comes through. You realize, okay, we got a leak in the roof. If you have a tarp, just go ahead and try to put it up there, because if it's raining, you obviously don't want to avoid as much. So that's obviously call JCM.
Thank you.
Yeah, but you also have a restoration process that you're about to begin, or is it? Tell me more about that, so I don't.
So the restoration division we're opening up in the Q3 of this year.
Okay.
So later on the Q3, and we're going to be starting to offer water mitt services to homeowners and property owners, build backs, fire. Anything to do with that, we're going to be all in one. So we're going to offer that plus the roofing. So if you have roofing and then you have 3 feet of water, we can go in, help with the water, and also help with the roof.
So you would come in, let's just pretend my house hits above my kitchen or whatever, and I've got a flood in my kitchen. We need drywall, we need flooring, all cabinets, that stuff, cabinets.
Correct.
You would come in, demo what needs to be demoed, and then
we'll assess
it.
Yes.
And then
we'll definitely assess the damage first, see what is the damage and what is not damage, and then also at that point we'll have to document, take photos, and let your adjuster come out. because that does happen. A lot of the adjusters want to be there and see it. For example, for us, we work with a lot of insurance companies. So when you do call them for a claim, we're actually one of their preferred vendors. So we can go out. You'll probably see any one of my project managers, estimators out there, and they can help you out with the entire process.
So I'm guessing you had to bring in a whole new team and all that stuff on this project. So you've been hiring quite a bit in that regard.
It's a rapid growth what we've been in the last 4.5 years. We started with myself and one of my other friends who became a salesperson for us.
Okay.
And now we are up to 16 employees. And now with the restoration, we're putting to the end of the year, we're probably going to be a combined maybe 25 employees by the end of the year.
Fantastic.
So depending on if there's any disaster or not this season, which hopefully not, and we go from there. So each one of them will be trained properly, go through our standard operating procedures that we have for the company,
right?
And that way we get every single homeowner treated the same.
Right.
So,
so obviously you started roofing. What made you lead into the restoration business? It was just because it just was a natural fit, because you see the damage of a roof when you don't have a roof or you have water damage. You thought, I could be even further assistance. Is that how that came about?
Well, one of the things is further assistance, 100%. But I also had a little bit of a background in build-backs.
Okay.
So I did a little bit of demo flooring with a few friends of mine, and I actually was a sub in my first year in business for another general contractor, which we would help with the roofing plus the build-backs. We had a 5-star review with that company and with those homeowners.
Right.
And going through the years, that's when I've noticed that we can definitely have the roofing and the restoration put together, and which most companies do not.
No, you're one of the few roofing companies. I've gotten to know a few.
You're either a roofing company or a restoration company.
Right, exactly.
So we're going to do it to where it's all in-house, all in one bubble.
So people don't have to call 2 different people. They would call you.
Exactly.
And there you go. Look at that.
It'll definitely streamline the entire process.
Well, yeah. So you're all working together, and there's one team basically handling everything.
Correct.
For you.
So let's say the project with a regular company can take you 8 weeks. We want to streamline it and make it down in 5 or 6 weeks.
Oh,
so that's 2 weeks, 3 weeks that you're put back into the house, in your bed, you're comfortable. So
trust me, anytime you've had any work done in your house, you realize how precious you are. Oh, I miss the old days of just being able to walk into a room or a bathroom and do that element. We want to say thanks again to Camacho Camacho Photo Cinema. Whether it's a once-in-a-lifetime event or a brand that needs bold visuals, Camacho Photo Cinema turns every frame into a masterpiece. Photography, cinematography, passion, that's the Camacho difference. So again, thanks for JJ for taking care of us, giving us this great set, and being able to film us. Again, we are at the Great Lunch Adventure, the Testimonial Tuesday. I'm with the owner and CEO of JCM Roofing and Restoration. Now you're based in Castleberry, but I know you go out. I mean, just because you're in Castleberry, you have to have an office somewhere. So, where's the farthest that you've had to go so far?
It's Fort Lauderdale.
Fort Lauderdale.
Yes.
Okay.
So our headquarters is in Orlando.
Right.
But on a daily basis, we went 2.5 hours outside of Orlando.
Okay.
So we're talking Orlando, Jacksonville, Tampa, Gainesville, Vero Beach, and then recently, in the last 2 months, we actually started servicing the Southeast Florida. Okay. So we'll go down all the way down to Fort Lauderdale.
Okay.
So, and then of course, when a CAT event does occur, we go from daily, we go and transition to
help that specific area, like when Tampa got destroyed last year.
We'll mobilize.
You mobilize over there.
Correct.
So, but obviously, if you could concentrate in this area, you would like to be, for cost for your crew and all that stuff to stay and all that. So.
Yes, 100%.
So, right. So, I know that you came from Puerto Rico. You came here. You went to school. We've had a little discussion that you have a little background in baseball.
Yes.
Just curiosity, what position did you play?
So I was a utility, and then in my last years of baseball, I went into being just a PO, a pitcher only.
Okay.
I loved it.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't the greatest hitter, but I could definitely pitch.
All right. What was your specialty pitch?
So I had a split change, grab just like that.
Okay.
And just, I will throw it. It'll go from your chest to your knees. That was one of my strikeout pitches.
Okay, there you go.
And yeah, no, the 2 years that I played over here for Wekiva High School, actually.
All right.
I finished up with a 5-1 and 5-2 record.
Oh, fantastic.
So definitely nice experience. And great teammates that I'm still friends with nowadays. So some of them actually went on to play major leagues.
Oh, fantastic!
Yes, I have a friend with the Seattle Mariners right now.
Oh,
so.
wow! Well, they're doing pretty well. They've got was it Cal Raleigh or is
Cal
that
Raleigh? Yes,
Yeah, the
yes.
home run
Yes,
stud.
He's awesome, man. Shout out to my friend Logan Gilbert. He's one of the starting pitchers for Seattle. So
oh, there you go.
Him and Cal are pretty good friends.
So if he pitched again, you couldn't hit off of him.
Oh no, not of him. No, he's 96, 97, and out of nowhere, you're just gonna see that ball in the catcher's mitt.
You're still young enough. You got the charisma. You should join the Savannah Bananas and then part of that. They've made baseball a lot of fun.
Maybe
watching.
I'll probably do a backflip and
there you go, do a backflip catch
on my face. But hey, I'll be there.
But their pitchers have a lot of fun up there. They're all doing their dances and all that stuff. So
yes.
It looks like it's a good time. Anyway,
I definitely want to go to one of those games. I haven't been to one.
No,
yet,
they are.
so.
I saw one of the inaugural beginnings of that, and I thought, I enjoyed it, but I thought, I don't know if this will ever work. And look at it now. They're selling out.
Start small,
yeah.
and it'll
well, they
it'll
just
grow.
They were up in Boston. They
Yes.
just sold out Boston. You were a fan
They're
of?
selling out at literally every single stadium that they're in.
Yeah, it's
props
amazing.
to him, and his vision, and look at it now.
Well, yeah,
So.
you take that vision just like yours. You came in. You're still in your 20s. I can't stand that you're in your 20s and you've already developed into this, powerhouse company. So it's only taken you 4.5 years to develop what you have right now. So, I mean, obviously that's a huge accomplishment. Just on the story size of maybe on roofing, has there been one moment like you helped somebody that just you just out of the goodness of your heart, you did something special for somebody? Do you want to relay any stories on that?
We actually on one of the hurricanes, we went down to Tampa area, and I went down to check on our crews and our project managers, how we were doing, and in that time you have so many homeowners
in desperate need. Oh yeah,
desperate need. And I actually had a bundle of shingle on my truck, and while I was out there helping my guys out, I'm like, you know what, don't worry about it. He had some missing rich caps. We went in, fixed it myself, and he was trying to pay me. I'm like, stay with your money. I know that you have other things to fix. Go ahead and do it. So, and we ended up doing like 10 roofs in that neighborhood.
Wow.
So we got to see that homeowner also
over and over again.
Yes.
So more than likely,
he was very appreciative.
Yeah,
so,
and I'm pretty sure he'll probably reach out to you if that time comes that he needs his roof in there. Has there been one project that's been like it was the biggest thing that you've ever done, or the most complicated, or?
It's not a lot of complications. It's more about how you schedule,
right? How
you prepare before the project. We haven't had a job that has been really complicated, just because our team is pretty well versed in that side, and we just plan. And if something becomes unexpected, we go in, help out, talk to the property owner, superintendent, the homeowner, and we go in and make it work. Okay. It's to put that into perspective, that's one of them, but I know that for complicated, it's a lot like dealing with fires. Let's say a home catches on fire, we have to redo all the trusses. We go in, remove everything, put all the trusses back up, sheathing, shingles. So that's one of the most complicated ones, just because you definitely have to plan ahead of time.
Right.
That way the job runs smooth.
Right.
We had one happen in Apopka recently, so the house was just in blocks, and we had to come in, demo everything out, and put everything back up. So
So basically, you've been able to do from truss to the layering and shingles and all that. So
Yes.
how can they get in touch with you? What's the best way?
Our phone number at the office, we have our admins in the office. It's 407-878-6648. Or you can always email us at office@jcmroofing-restoration.com.
And then your website is?
But website is jcmroofing-restoration.com as
that's-
well.
that's-
Pretty simple.
Pretty simple.
And then definitely contact us. We'll have a project manager reach out, take a look at your roof, assess it, and see if it's a repair, replacement, or just in good shape.
Okay.
So.
Well, again, thanks to Allegiant Management Group. They blend hands-on service with cutting-edge tech. Their user-friendly owner and investor portal gives you 24/7 access to detailed financial reports, rent history, maintenance updates, right at your fingertips, transparency, trust, and tech-driven solutions. It's the Allegiant way. Also, a Camacho Photo Cinema doesn't just take pictures, they bring your vision to life. Weddings, events, branding, and beyond, crafted with care, creativity, and a whole lot of heart. Thank you for JJ on that. And again, Great Lunch Adventure. We are here. We're wrapping it up. Hudson Furniture, 11221 East Colonial Drive. Come and join us for some light bites. My name's Rick Morris from East Orlando Chamber. One of the ambassadors, Juan Morales from JCM Roofing and Restoration. Thank you for joining us, and have an awesome day.
Thank you for having us.